Hey, this is Paul Skinner for show number 12. It's good to be back. I do the shows, I got quite a bit of stuff today to try to go through. First of all, I'll start off with kind of a query I have. What does a well-endowed man eat for breakfast? Well, this morning I had 2 eggs over easy. I had ham and biscuits, 2 eggs, Hey, I exercise pretty hard regularly. I got to eat something, But this thing shuts off. I used to go, for 1 year I went to the Silver Bullet Strip Club, and I got really used to, got tired after about a year, and it was a typical Wednesday night. I was in there and giving a few back rubs, to the gals and getting a couple lap dances. And hey, how's it going? And but things turned towards the worst when I saw the owner. I knew the owner, and his wife actually saw her, and they let me get in free because I got to know him. They got to like me, I suppose. But all of a sudden, the owner came running, out of his office and saying, he's going nuts, going, pretty girl, and his pants was down around his ankles, and, he was throwing $100 bills in the air, and I got to pick this up. Probably need to get, I need something to eat later, but he was just going around and around. And, he ran into a stool or two, and he ran over practically a stripper that worked there. Finally, the police came in, and they, shot him with, like they did Ronnie last episode, shot him with a dart gun. And he was hauled off to the psych ward on the 5th floor, and he was diagnosed with lunacy with the psychotic features. You know how the psychiatrists love, whenever someone cracks up, they love to put the diagnosis on them. But after that, a guy was sitting to me crying. I just said, what's wrong, bud? And he said the same thing happened to his dad about a week ago. I go, it was just UPTV. It was just a really odd night, and since then I'm almost afraid to go back to the club. But anyway, so that's bit number 2. Number 3, I go to a coffee shop regular to drink coffee, and it's a social spot somewhat for me. And I about hit on everything inside. I almost ride the girls' asses like a porno set, pretty much. And it's like, I saw this coffee gal over here drinking coffee, and of course I went over to talk with her, of course, and I guess hit on her, and I said, oh, yeah, good, yeah, good. She goes, what are you doing, Paul? I said, I'm just anticipating, anticipate. But I go, see, and I have a thing, it's a thing, the gals have leather boots now, and that just drives me nuts. I just really attracted to it. But I said, being with you today, hon, in those leather boots and all, reminds me of 1,000 summer nights off the coast of Madrid, Spain. She says, are you hitting on me, Paul? I go, indeed I am. And she pulled down her miniskirt, and she goes, have you ever seen one of these? I said, oh gosh, not since the late 80s when Blonde got plastered and chili cook-off and mistook my penis for jumbo frank and threw it on the grill. And I told my friend's response that, and he says, well, I've heard a similar story, but she threw a shrimp on the Barbie. Anyway, I go to bit number 3. I'm doing better memorizing my stuff. I was at the gym. I exercise regularly, and I asked this one gal that I know. I said, "Would you spot me on the machines?" And she says, "Yeah." So I went over to the lat pull down, you know, to work my back, and she just stood in the same place. And as I went to machine, she didn't spot me, but she says, "There you are on the lat press. There you are on the bench press. There you are on the shoulders." And I go, "Yeah, there's some miscommunication there," or she just didn't want to spot me on anything. Was it her or was it me? It was her, wasn't it? Wasn't it? But so that's bit number 3. Okay, bit number 4. I have been known in the martial arts community as a figure in town here locally. I'm known for 2 things. I'm known for my spinning back kick, which I've done, especially for an older guy. I'm going to be 42. And I'm also known as the master of Kung Fu. And I tell the ladies that, and it's the way of the intercepting tongue. I say, "You want to give me a demonstration?" You know, side to side, up and down. You know, if you ever want me to give you a demonstration of that move, I'd be more than happy to. Maybe my web address or my email next week, not this week. But so that's bit like 4, 5. Oh, and switching gears, growing up in a small town, I was known as a bad boy by the other kids, you know, always getting in trouble and stuff. And when they see me, they go, "There's Paul. He's on the wrong side of the tracks." And I would be right up against each other, and they'd be on the left side of the track. I'd be on the right side of the track. See, I was on the wrong side of the tracks. How about that, UPTV? How about that? But when I was younger, I was like in the 6th or 7th grade, and I found out how to break into adult movies. And my mom said, "You know, no way in hell you're going to get into the movie business, Paul." Well, behind the back, I was, 12, 13 in 6th grade, and my dad was like, "Yeah, go in there, son, get as much as you can." I said, "Okay." And he signed me in. When they found out my age, the industry fired me. But I did manage to make one hit film. It was called Young Lads Come First, and needless to say, it was a big hit on the junior high circuit. But so it went, so that's how it went. But so this is like maybe bit number 6. My iPhone's actually not shutting off on me today. Khalib's nice enough to maybe do one more thing today if I haven't covered everything. Well, I've covered everything, and that's, I hope you enjoyed my show. And this is the end of my show. I'd like to thank, of course, Khalib for putting up with me and being generally a good guy, and Jason's a good guy for putting up with me. And you out there in TV land, I would like to 1,000 thanks for watching my program. And I just stick with the same old line. I thank you, and I bid you adieu.